Hey CEO, welcome back. Are you ready for some truth today? The truth is, you are not low capacity and you're not high capacity because we all have the same 24 hours. Every CEO on the planet. It doesn't matter if you're married or single, caring for kids or aging parents, a full-time business owner or part-time entrepreneur. The difference isn't really capacity, it's order. And today, I'm going to be taking a stand on a myth that keeps coming up in conversations I'm having with busyness owners. The myth that some women are just high capacity, and the rest of us, well, we're not just wired that way. Nope, not on my watch. Today, we're going to talk about what actually determines capacity and how you can expand yours without adding a single hour to your day. Over the past few months, I've heard some versions of this again and again. I just don't have capacity. I must have low capacity. I wish I could handle that much. I'm just not wired that way. And every time I hear it, something in me rises up because on the surface, it sounds humble, but it's actually disempowering and self-sabotaging. Because be honest, when that comes out of your mouth or runs through your head, does it really move you towards wise stewardship of your time or not? My guess is the latter. So let me say this clearly. Capacity is not something some women were born with and others weren't. Capacity is actually created by order, starting with God's order in creation. He gave all of us the same 24 hours. That, my friend, is the great equalizer. But the results of those 24 hours, the roadie, well, that's the great differentiator. And since we can't do anything about the amount of time we've been given, here's the thing. We absolutely can do something about what we allow to fill it. Before we dive into this today, if you want the visual framework and the workbook for what I'm teaching, I just created a new resource called the Time Anchoring Method Workbook. It's going to walk you through both the mindset and the skill set. So permission and direction to push pause and go grab it at redeemhertime.com/anchor or click the link in the show notes. But no worries, if you're not in a place to do that now, just listen in and it will be ready for you in the show notes later. I have a feeling you're going to want this new resource because it's going to shift everything about how you see your time and the results you see from it. So let's start by talking about the problem. Here's what's really happening. You see another woman, whether online or in real life, running a business, raising kids, working out, serving at church, launching things, showing up online, and we think, she just has more capacity. But let me lovingly challenge that. She does not have more hours. She does not have a bigger day. She does not have a special 28-hour allotment from heaven. She has 24 hours, just like you. So it's not the amount of time. It must be the arrangement of time. And here's the uncomfortable truth. You don't lack time. You might be lacking the fruit you want to see from it. Whenever you're tempted to say you don't have time, you know what I often say? Go look at your screen time. The average person spends over 4 hours a day on their phone, and that's just average. And be honest, business owners are rarely average. So if you do the math and subtract healthy sleep, hello 8 hours in midlife, that's nearly 100 days a year on your device. And yet we say, I don't have time. It's not that we don't have time or capacity. It's that our time is always being filled by someone or something else, and not always in the right order. And here's the part we often don't say out loud. Calling yourself low capacity, well, it might feel safer, because if I'm just wired that way, if I'm just not built like her, if I just don't have the bandwidth, then maybe I don't have to confront what I'm actually allowing to fill my day. Gulp. But if capacity isn't fixed, if capacity is formed by order, then that means you have more influence than you thought. And that, my friend, is empowering, but it's also confronting. Because now we're not just talking about your personality. We're talking about your priorities, your God-given priorities. And that's where everything starts to shift. So let me show you what's really happening. I want you to imagine your day is a jar. It holds 24 hours, no more, no less, and you can't change it. That jar is your capacity. Not your personality, not your Enneagram number, not even your stage or season of life. Your capacity is your container, and every morning you decide what goes in it. Inside your life are two types of things. I call them oranges and Skittles. Oranges are your real priorities, your faith, your family and friendships, your focused work, your revenue-generating projects, your health, your deep relationships, the things that actually produce fruit and joy. The Skittles, well, those are like notifications, email refreshing, scrolling, quick favors, tiny urgent tasks, other people's expectations, things that feel productive but don't multiply anything. Now here's the mistake that most women make. They let the Skittles fill up their day first. See if you can relate to this scenario. You wake up and check your phone. You open your laptop and you check your inbox. You sit down to work and you react to messages. You bounce between tabs, multitask, respond, react, repeat, and by the time you try to put oranges in, there's no room. So the conclusion becomes, I just don't have capacity. No, you just filled your jar or let it be filled out of order. Because here's the truth. If you put the small things in first, the Skittles, they will consume the space the big things, the oranges, require. But what would happen if you flip it? What if you put the oranges in first? Like prayer before your phone, or deep work before your inbox, or workout before scrolling, or revenue before reacting. Suddenly, it all fits. All 8 categories of your life. It all fits. And here's the part that surprises everyone. The Skittles still fit too. They just fill around the cracks. So capacity is not how much you can handle. Capacity is how much your priorities can withstand being crowded. And most women don't need more capacity. They need more courage to protect their oranges. Because when your oranges go in first, your day feels focused, decisive, clear, and you see the results. But when Skittles go in first, chances are your day feels reactive, scattered, and you're behind before you even begin. Same 24 hours, but completely different roadie. That's because order determines capacity every single time. So how do you actually live this out? Not theoretically, not motivationally, but practically? Well, let me give you 3 simple steps you can start implementing today, and be sure to download the time anchoring workbook to help you do this. Step 1, I recommend you do this the night before. Name your oranges. Not 25 of them, just 3 to 5. What are you actually called to? And what will actually really produce fruit in your life right now? Not someday, not in another season, tomorrow. If you're in a heavy business building season, then revenue generating work is an orange. If your aging parents need attention, perhaps time working on paperwork or going to that appointment might be the priority. Is your energy tanked? Then sleep is definitely at the top of the list. Be honest, because you cannot protect what you refuse to name. So once you have your oranges listed, then step 2 is to schedule your oranges first. Determine if it goes in a refill or a pour out based on what it's time for. Those are the time anchor zones I'm going to teach you inside the workbook.